Today we are going to enter the domed city. I've been waiting to get into here for a while. We discovered this a while, but we were busy doing something. But today's the day we get in there and see what's inside. Now I do have these IDs, which a guy down here helped me get from his dead friend. But we've got to bring them back to him, and then I imagine we'll be able to get in the doors. Happy days.
So annoying. So annoying.
Those creatures need dealing with.
I can't say that anymore.
This guy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Wick is dead.
Wick is dead, but I found the ID cards on his body.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth the risk. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up for you now. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Awesome.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. Here's your ID. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it, see him, or see you handing this over. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a vegetable by the suggesters.
Gonna make him a vegetable. Not my problem. Come on then.
No.
This is it. Oh, now wait there. If you remember correctly.
I can't say that.
Oh, there's a guy sat there. Because there's a chest there that I want to get in. But there's always someone hanging about here, so we can't do that. But we'll come back later. I'm sure there'll be an opportunity. Yeah, this seems like a pretty high-tech place. Pretty force fields and things.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
I do have one. Oh, look what we can do. We could turn them into this guy. I might do this, because we've got Fork with us, and he's also a cleric. This could gain us good favour. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a dirty rat.
You know counterfeit IDs are being sold right in front of your gate.
What? Have you got one? Show me. Well, that's good quality work, too. I'm not sure I would have spotted that as a fake. Thank you. We need citizens like you around here. You've done me a service, so I'll give you a valid ID. Just make sure you take this fake straight to Eric when you get inside, right? Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep a rein on fake IDs. So take that fake straight to Eric, okay?
Eric.
Anyone you meet in the city who hasn't got proper documents, report them to him. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together, and we keep the city secure. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing the city's independence. That means everyone is welcome here, until they cause trouble. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. You may pass.
Awesome. Was easy enough. I want to know more about what they do to prisoners.
I heard you hold people prisoner if they can't prove their identities.
Of course. Need a valid ID to enter or to leave. It's important we keep the right balance here, and that we can hold people accountable. We've worked hard to keep things running here. We can't start letting people flood in, or the troublemakers will take over. Anyone who tries to get around with ID is given straight to the suggesters to be taken care of.
So if we give the... Oh no, he gave me it back, didn't he? Yes, he did. So he wants us to go and turn them IDs into a guy called Eric. but the other guys outside asked me to take it to a guy called Connor, maybe, I think. If we take it to Eric, that guy is going to get put in jail. But we could still give it to him and get him out. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we'll find out.
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alp separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
Albs. You've got Albs in here.
How many separatists are there in the city?
Too many. Once an Alb, always an Alb. They still hit Elex. It's just a matter of time before they turn back. I don't know what they want in the city. I'd heard a bunch of them had set up a base in the west of Abessa, so they could have gone there. If we weren't so busy here, we'd have tracked them down and cleared them out of Abessa. Last thing we need is Zakor thinking we're harboring rebels.
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason things remain peaceful in the city. If someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation, or both. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy about life.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Even so, I recommend avoiding it.
It sounds positive.
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
You mentioned the Council of Magellan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Who's that?
Who's Alois?
Alois is the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
Okay, so the generators are in the castle. I'll take them if you don't mind. Cheers, mate. Happy days, we're in. Oh, this is nice. There's some awesome tech going on here. It's a complete contrast to how the Berserkers are living. Although they do seem to have farms here. Look at the size of these pumpkins. Oh, and there's one of the separatists. Well, they seem to be pulling their weight around here. Right, what do we want to do? Where do we want to go? We'll go and see Alois, however you pronounce it. What I'll do is I'll have a look around, see if there's any other people we can speak to. Get them. It's completely different to what I thought it was going to be like in here. It still looks pretty...
Did you lose something?
Oh, hello. Sorry, bro. Who are you? Riley. Am I allowed in here?
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
Hey, you. You don't have any broken energy weapons, chainswords, or anything like that? That sort of thing is my business. So if you find any, bring them to me. I'll give you good prices for them.
Did you flee here from the desert?
Flee? No. But to live in Tavar, you need shards. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's favorites, and that made making a profit hard.
You think it's better here?
Yes, for sure. For me, at least. And those berserkers are the worst for it. One of those assholes killed my friend for fun. Now that bastard is focused on me and nobody's helping me. Even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
Yeah, who is this berserker?
Who is this berserker that's giving you trouble?
Brabak. A bull of a man and twice as ugly. Bone-breaking bastard.
Tell us more.
About Brabak. Where can I find Brabak?
He's usually near the inn. Just follow your nose. If it smells like piss, you found him.
Leave it to me.
Leave Brabak to me.
You'll deal with him? That would be great, really great. You won't find me trying to put you off that. If you think you can scare him off so he leaves me alone, that would be good. Even if I do, I think ramming a knife into his guts would be a better approach. I would have tried that myself, but if I'd failed. But if you do get rid of him, however you do it, then I will pay you.
Done. Done deal.
Let's trade.
Okay.
What does this guy sell? Nothing I really want. Nothing I want at the moment. Has this guy got bunk beds? This guy's got bunk beds. Liquor? What's that? Can't actually pick it up. Energy bar. You wouldn't mind if I just steal this, will you? I am helping you after all. I suppose you could let me steal your shit. Metal scrap.
Did you lose something?
Ah, he's gonna see us if I do that. He's in the doorway. Okay. Right, we're happy with that. Next building. We'll just hit up everything one by one. Been in there.
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No. I was exiled to the valley before I came here, but I hid myself in a crate and got brought up in the lift.
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah.
Escape in a crate. Oh, he's a different god.
What's happening in the city?
Well, the Domed City is a refuge for all. Outlaws, berserker, clerics, anyone who wants to be somewhere other than their homeland. Being away from home, you'd think they'd care less about what faction they were from, but for some reason some of them have got even more fanatical. That makes keeping order difficult sometimes. The outlaws are the worst. They don't understand rules or sharing, or in some cases, that people have a right to stay alive.
That's funny because we've just heard that a berserker's killed someone.
You don't seem to like outlaws.
All people are welcome here. The Domed City is a refuge for all. But that means all, not just outlaws. There's a half-dozen outlaws hanging around outside the city at the old farm now. They just want to get in to cause trouble. I mean, we got everyone settled down and living together, and those outlaws, I just wish they'd disappear.
What, like disappear? Yeah, you want them to die.
You want the outlaws in the farm to die?
Whoa, that's not what I said. I just want them to stop causing trouble for good.
Okay then.
About the outlaws in the farm.
You mean the threat on our doorstep? The canker in our midst? They who should disappear?
If the price is right, I'll consider it.
If the price is right, I will take care of the outlaws.
Are you sure you can handle this? Well, if you're willing to try, then I would be grateful if they'd vanish. I will have your reward ready when you come back. Oh, it'll be such a relief to know they're gone. But you need to prove you did it by bringing me their heads.
This guy's a bit sick, isn't he? Bring me their heads. Okay then. I will oblige.
Okay, I'll bring you their heads.
By Kalan, what? No, no. What am I supposed to do with their heads? No, I didn't. Just make sure that the outlaws disappear. And don't trade with them, or you can forget your reward. And no heads. Don't bring me any heads.
Not just one. I'll bring you one. You know you want one.
Where are these outlaws?
They've gathered east of here at an old farm, not far from the city walls. You can't miss them.
East. It's not the people we got the pass from, is it? Ah, okay. Well, tell you what, we'll keep that in mind because if we do that, we'll be able to loot that chest. Get more loot. Attention thieves. Yeah, the separates do seem to be doing work, so they might not be that bad. Daryl.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant? Bounty hunter? or a nobody like most people out there?
I'm just a nobody.
I'm not in a faction.
Well, guess you're one lonely son of a bitch then, aren't you? Here, before you start begging for help, consider it a gift from the Duke. You gave me enough that I can share.
Is this a bribe? Look at 12 shards, I'll keep it. Not bothered.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank the Duke. If you end up in the desert in Tavar, you can thank him in person by joining the Outlaws.
This guy's a recruiter.
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
I don't smoke.
I don't smoke.
Well, that's your choice. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But if you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
What business?
Real business. A proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right. If there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavar.
The guy at the gate was right. There are people causing trouble.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
It's some camera angle list. Look at this camera angle, it's the best.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you.
Who?
His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon. While Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
Determining which faction to help against another is a very complex decision.
It is.
These shards should make it a lot easier.
How many shards are we talking about?
How many shards are you talking about?
Enough. The Duke is generous. I pay. That much you can be sure of.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he knows.
Where is he?
Where can I find Lutz?
If he's not on a call, then he's usually working maintenance on one of the generators. Just walk along the battlement path up at the top. You can't be far.
So, I have to go.
Here then. Oh, this is interesting. This is really good. We're gonna have to sieve through all the shit to find the truth. More separatists. Nothing really of value in there.
Before you do anything stupid.
I can take these for free.
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
I'm neither. I'm not a reaver. Do what I want. No, I'm none of them.
I'm not a reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help.
Ah, so she's a berserker.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
Magic. Yeah, are you in exile?
Have you been exiled from Goliath?
Exiled? No. There are those in Idan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of Elex, to learn more about it.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Horde where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
Well, it's a pretty good place, this. If you can come here and just be yourself without being your faction first. You put yourself first before your faction. And the clerics, if the clerics are holding the law, then I don't know what the problem is.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to diffuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place.
Didn't do
Damn,
anything?
This is like being back in Goliath all over again.
It's very high strung.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much.
Yeah.
Count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? Elex marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I think we'll be candid with her. I'm just going to say I took Elex in the past. I'm not going to be nasty.
I took Elex in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it? You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common.
Hey, she's got an eye.
We've been fed Elex in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the Elex you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an Alb. I know Elex and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I changed my mind.
Awesome, she could be another follower then. Oh, cheers, folk mate. And you bastard. Fucking, is it necessary to blowtorch while I'm having a conversation?
I've heard a lot.
All I heard for that entire conversation was... Man, actually there's a sleeping bag here.
I'll mess with you.
Who's
We need to sort
chatting
things
shit?
out with those traders and get more
The
supplies.
fight
in.
is the only thing that matters. That makes a real man.
I've never trusted her.
Naira. It won't let me speak to her. Naira's records? I'll take that.
What do you want from me? To drive me off? Or maybe even have me killed? You don't scare me. Your people are a plague upon this land.
Oh, that's nice.
Although, there is something different about you. Do you usually spend time with people like us?
Well, we know her thoughts on the situation. She hates everybody. She's supposed to be a separatist. I'm not going to give myself up. I'll just say I know a lot about them.
I know a lot of Albs.
You do? There are few non-Albs who can say that. We could use more people who speak for us. Their free people fear us. That is an obstacle to our survival.
I think you're an obstacle to your own survival, going around saying that you hate everyone. If you hate everyone, how can you expect someone to like you? You know what I mean? Don't work like that, girl.
I hope they drown in their own shit.
Oh, this guy's a beast. Look at his armor.
It was a serious waste of time, wasn't it?
Hey, it's you.
Hey, you.
Yes, Fink. It's me, Jax.
Oh, we know him.
I heard they'd shot you down. That you were dead. Apparently that was wrong. But if you're here, does that mean you're a separatist now? Will you stay here and support our cause? I'm sure you would be very welcome.
I suppose technically I'm a separatist, but it wasn't by choice initially. Yeah, what is your cause?
What cause?
We've broken free from Zakor, from being slaves to Elex. And we've worked, persuaded people to allow us into the city. And now we're here, we are working to be allowed to stay. Would you be willing to help us?
Depends. I don't have an option for that. It's either I don't want anything to do with you, I'll give you my support. We'll give him our support so we can find more about what's happening.
I will give you my support.
Good. We have to stick together. People blame us for this war, even though we left Zakor to escape it. They will doubt us until the day peace begins. I mean, they don't even trust each other. Among all these warring people, all these different agendas, we, you and I, share a similar destiny. It's the only way anyone will survive.
It seems like you're tolerated here in the city.
That is exactly what we are. Tolerated. We are still a long way from being accepted.
Alms who have freed themselves from the influence of the Elexitors. Fascinating.
There are definitely those who see us as a novelty, which is all right, as long as they also understand that we are also people. This city is a place of freedom, but all the old suspicions remain.
Can you blame them though?
The outlaws claim they are being oppressed. The clerics say they are neutral, but they aren't. The berserkers, they don't seem to know what they're doing, apart from avoiding their laws. We are trying to discover who we are. I think people see that we are all here for a new start.
Okay, then what do you need help with?
Do you need help?
It is good that you offer to help us. The berserkers are already trying to get us thrown out of the city. We need the protection offered by this place. We won't survive without it. We've persuaded people here that we are worth a chance. But there will always be those who won't see it that way. And the Albs and Zakor want us dead. If we're to stay, we need someone to get to Caleb and York. They are key to our future.
York, is that not the guy back in the Berserker camp in Eden?
About the threat of you being thrown out of the city.
Yeah, tell me about Caleb and York.
What is the problem with Caleb and York?
York is a berserker. He's accused us of spying for the Albs and Zakor.
Were you?
He claims he saw us handing over information about the shield generators. It's completely illogical. We are the ones with the most to lose if Zakor captures this city. But the free people are prisoners to emotion. It makes them doubt logic. They have already thrown one of our group out of the city. Now they are threatening the rest of us with the same fate. We are no friends of the Albs and Zakor. They would see us dead. We want this to be our home now. We need the free people to understand this.
I'll give you a hand.
I will help you.
Good. That is the response I wanted. It is best if you go straight to Jorg. Caleb is already attempting further arguments to ensure our expulsion. But it is Jorg's statement that has put us in danger. That lie underpins Caleb's argument against us. If people believe we are working with the enemy, we will be exiled from the city and left to die. But if Jorg confesses his lie, then Caleb would no longer have the proof he claims. They would have no reason to expel us.
I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find out if he's... Because we need to find out if he is lying about it or not. Because if not, then... Because here's my problem with this is, don't get me wrong, if the Separatists working outside on their own and they want to form an alliance, that's fair enough, right? This walled city, the domed city, it harbours all the factions. But if the biggest, strongest faction in the land, which are the Albs, know that we're harbouring like Separatists, it could put everybody else in danger. It could make them a prime target, because at the end of the day, these guys are traitors to their cause. They're going to have information that the Albs don't want to get leaked, I imagine. It's either that side of things, or these guys could be traitors set to like infiltrate as spies and pass on information. It's such a touchy situation. If I was in charge of this place, as much as you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, I couldn't give them benefit of the doubt. I'd just say like, yeah, sorry, you're going to have to move on. We'll not kill you, we'll not harm you, but you're not allowed inside our city walls. It's too dangerous. Oh, well, there's Caleb.
I saw you.
You saw me what?
I saw how you came through into the dome. Who are you? Why were you allowed in?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? I'm not going to tell him I'm an Alb. I'm going to remain covert in here.
That's none of your business.
Then it sounds like you got in here illegally. As much as the clerics claim they control the gates, they really don't seem to be able to stop people getting in.
Mate, I've got a legitimate pass.
I mean you. Can you believe it? There are fucking Albs in the city.
What do you have against the Separatists?
They are coming here, to our city. The only city with a real chance of peace among the factions. If it was up to me, then we would make sure these Albs went somewhere else. They might say we have the same goal, the same enemy, but I don't believe a word of what they say. Who says they aren't spies sent here to deactivate the dome?
True.
They can't be trusted.
I see your point.
You want to have all the Separatists thrown out of the city?
Yeah. And you know what? I have already started to make it happen. I'll recruit anyone who'll help get this done. We have an eyewitness who claims to have seen the Separatists exchanging information with the Albs. Traitorous bastards.
Tell me about the info.
What information do you think they've shared?
The Berserker Jorg saw Fenk meet with an Alb in front of the city. Why would they meet if it wasn't to exchange information about the dome? Sadly, Jorg is the only one who's seen Fenk. And now he started saying he isn't sure he really saw Fenk meet an Alb from Zakor. So I have to jog Jorg's memory, or make sure he stops denying what he said. There has to be a way to do that.
So there's a couple of things that this could be. If Fenk really did go outside to meet another Alb, it could be what this guy thinks it is, sabotage, and infiltration. Or it could be that the other Alb just said like, Fenk, we know you're a Separatist, your days are numbered. And then left, if that's the case, then the Albs know that these are harbouring Separatists. It's not a good look. It's definitely not good. Could he be wrong?
You don't think that Jorg could have been wrong in the first place?
No, never. You can't trust these Separatists. They'll betray us sooner or later for sure. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning.
Hmm.
Who are you?
Caleb. I lead the berserkers who've chosen to settle here in Abessa.
Does that mean you're exiles?
Well, none of us are allowed to return to Edan now. Or we just end up being sent to the valley. As to why they came here, well, the first settlers were sent to Abessa to plant a world heart to expand the forest of Edan out here. But they were cut off from Edan by the Alps, left on their own to survive. And after a while, they decided to keep it that way. The warlords in Goliath weren't happy. But they're stretched too thin for another conflict, so here we are. And since they settled here, others have joined us. Some are escaped exiles, others just chose to leave Edan.
Okay, I'll entertain this guy. Because we've got to go and see Jorg anyway.
I can make sure Jorg stops denying his story.
You can? Do you think you can make Jorg stick to his original story? It's for the good of the city. So go to Jorg and make sure he doesn't talk. Either help jog his memory a bit, or make sure he stays quiet. I don't care which. It can never be said again that the Alps might be innocent.
So this guy would have me kill the guy. Rorik? Who's this? Hello?
Hey, you're new here in the city, right?
Yes, friend.
Yes, I've just arrived.
I thought so. I saw you come through the gate, you see? Anyway, I want to ask you something, if that's alright. Have you been to Edan recently? To the Berserker's city of Goliath, to be exact.
I have.
A friend of mine is still there.
And who is it?
Who's your friend?
His name is Kral. He's a guard at the Mana Shrine. At least, he was when I left. He thought he still had a chance to save his brother, Grimar, from the Alb Converter. Do you know what happened to him?
Doesn't ring a bell. I don't know who it is.
No, I don't know Kral.
No? Okay, well, thanks. And thanks anyways.
I'll see if I can find him for you.
Tell me about your life in Edan.
Me? I was a worker at the pit. You know, I extracted Elex from old machines so it could be transmuted into mana. I always wanted to join the Hooded Crows and learn the art of magic, but...
Hooded Crows are arseholes. Well, the leader is.
My parents forbade me from trying. My clan told me to stop trying. Not that any of that stopped me. And that's what got me banished. I stole mana from the shrine to try and learn magic myself.
Me too.
And I got myself caught. They sentenced me to exile in the Valley of the Damned, but I escaped. I'd seen the domed city when I was sent on patrol, so when I left Edan, this was the place I thought of. And here I am.
I would like to learn Berserker magic.
Well, it's pointless asking me. I didn't manage to learn anything useful before I was exiled. You would have to join the Berserkers. They won't teach their magic to outsiders. But I don't know if I can recommend that in all good conscience. I left, after all. You will have to decide who you want to join.
Yeah, I kind of had my heart set on joining the Berserkers because I did quite like them. But after doing quests for them, it seems that they're barely holding themselves together. And all of the commanders, apart from Cormag, are all bellends. So, I don't know. Who are you? Nobody. Aha, this is a shop. I've got some money, baby. I think.
Around, yet everyone can see him.
Shit, I didn't even see him. Mate,
you.
You're like a ninja. I didn't even see you standing there.
What are you doing here? Who invited you in here?
Oh, sorry, bro, but oh, they've got a Look, they've got mezzanine balconies up here. He's living the high life. Right, where have we not been? I don't think I've been in here.
You can forget it, Brabak. I serve everyone here.
Brabak.
Save yourself some work and some pain by doing what I say. Let those assholes drink piss from the gutters,
definitely
and
need
you
a few
keep
more
your
shards.
supplies for the real people.
What do you care who I serve? I still serve you, even though the other people complain about it.
So you are taking their side, are you?
I'm on nobody's side.
Oh, you must be joking.
I'm just getting on with my job.
You had better reconsider this.
Reconsider
So,
what?
I have to go.
One wrong word and the clerics will throw you out of the city. So do us both a favor and calm the hell down.
This isn't over. I will come back.
When you do, make sure you bring some shards. I'm sick of giving credit and I need the change, all right?
That Brabak, that's the guy who who's beating up that kid. We'll see him later. Hello, my friend.
Hey, traveler. Is your throat dry? Are your feet aching? Whatever your problem, I have what you need. One good swig will cure all worries, and that's guaranteed.
Yeah, I heard about Brabak.
I heard about your fight with Brabak.
Ah, forget that guy. Every city has someone like him. You just have to ignore them. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Do you want me to punch his head in? Because I'm going to do it anyway. Might as well get some extra money for doing it.
Do you have any news to go with that drink?
News? I presume you're talking about news from in here. I don't hear anything much from the outside now the city gates are sealed. Now, the future of the domed city is the only topic people are concerned about right now. That's pretty much all of the conversation. There's been peace in here for years, but right now, well, we're all set for things to boil over. I don't want to say it's the cleric's fault. It's always easy to blame the people in charge, isn't it?
It is.
But who else do we blame? The berserkers, the outlaws, the separatists? Me? I find it best not to blame anyone.
How is business?
Now that everyone is paying credit? Roaring. Not many people aren't happy to pay on credit. It's me that's holding the bill and hoping to get paid before I run out of supplies. Speaking of which, do you know where I can get any food supplies? I'll pay real shards to get more food supplies in.
I'll help you. I could use this survival skill. Most people try to earn a profit in your situation, huh? I don't really know where that's going to get me. I can help you if the job pays. Really pays.
I can help you if the job pays. Really pays.
Pays? You mean you want more than I offered? You want to exploit my situation? Then you can forget it.
Oh shit, I fucked this guy. Fuck that. Whoopsie. That's what happens when you be a dick. I didn't want to do that. I want the quest off this guy. Wait, come here.
Hey,
Right, how's business? I'll use the survival skill. Oh no, I'll do the bottom one. Now I'll do the top one. Most people try to earn a profit in your situation, huh?
Most people try to earn a profit in your situation, huh?
Try, yeah. Achieving is something different. I'd rather you get the supplies honestly, but if you take them from people who have too much, who am I to question it? But if you steal from those with nothing, then I don't want anything from you. I like to keep things honest.
Fair enough. Right, so we've got to get... We didn't get a quest off that guy, which was weird. Even though he said get supplies for him, like what? What does he actually want? Yeah, I don't know if this is... I don't know if this is broke. Because he said get supplies, but then... Nothing. Blah, 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 blah. Actually, we'll just ask him how's business.
You need supplies, and you'll pay for them. I will remember that.
A promise is a promise. Great.
Nah.
I swear that...
It's... There's no quest, so maybe there's a different quest that talks about supplies, and then we can get on them. Right, let's quickly fly through this and do what... I want to do the 25 experience one, I might as well. Strange. Right, come on then, let's go. I haven't been in here. But have you noticed the like different people, the different factions have got their own parts of the city? It's just like real life. Integration's a myth. It never really happens. It's always separate. Well, we'll have these. Bada boom, bada bing. 50 Elex, nice. Oh, and there's a chest there. I want them. Right, let's get in this chest. Easy.
Too easy.
Too easy. Scrap, picklock, ciggies and money. Nothing major. Right then, looks like it's into the farms. Get up here. We need to go and find the leader of this place. Who was that? Oh, he was just a random guy. Awesome armor though. That's where we came in. There's Cooper. Right, I'm actually not going to give him the ID. Not yet. Not before we see Alois. Just Elex it. I'll leave this in here. I'm not going to risk taking that. Too open. Nah, just generic peeps. Page?
Huh. What do we have here? Fresh meat?
Well, it's pleasant to meet you as well.
Pleasant to... Are you mentally stable?
What the hell?
How did you get the guard to let you into the dome? I'd watch out. They're probably trying to recruit you. You wouldn't be the first to come here looking for shelter only to end up bowing down to Kalan. However you got in, you're going to find it even harder to get out.
Not really.
The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So, when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a good idea.
Yes. So this Orc said something nice and she like called him a fucking dickhead. What a bitch. Although she does have two massive bazookas. Look at the size of them.
If it's so hard to get in, what are you doing here?
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit, of course. Lots of nervous people close to the Alps tend to be willing to invest shards in their safety, you see. And getting hold of supplies is hard out here. So, if you can get them, you can sell them for a high price. Well, that was the plan. Now, the clerics have stopped me trading and cut off all the supplies.
Why though? Yeah, where do you get your goods from?
Where do you get your goods from?
Mostly directly from Tavar. And that's the main problem. Seeing as the clerics have got picky about who comes in and goes out of here. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do when she has her business taken from her?
Yeah, this sounds fishy. Tell me about the trade ban.
About your trade ban.
Yeah, don't tell me. Trading weapons can pose a danger to the community.
Well, there you go.
But this is about self-defense. The only person who can stop a person with a gun is a person with an even bigger gun. Am I right? I mean, what? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality, but I say it's oppression.
I don't know if I agree with you there. Like, you've got the enforcers who are enforcing and protecting you. And if this is true that there's like trouble brewing, what happens if the guns get to the wrong hands and you're fucking killed from the inside? You haven't got to worry about the people on the outside. Fuck that. You have been a bit stupid, like. I'll not piss her off just yet. Sounds like you could use some help. You'll probably want me to smuggle stuff, won't you?
Sounds like you could use some help.
Yes. Yes, I could. Still, let's say he's right. And that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from these separatists, for example. Let's say they have weapons and need shards. And that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter and leave this city freely? If I was to say that, then what would you say?
I'd say you're treading on dangerous fucking ground, like. That's exactly what I want to say. You're walking a dangerous line. But let's ask this. This is sensible. Can you trust the separatists?
Do you really think you can trust the separatists?
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine. And even Alois isn't going to see that as justice.
Fair enough.
I could help you get your weapons.
Good. Right. So, this is what you need to do. Leave the city and find a separatist called Radok. I think he's a separatist. But whatever he is, he's a mad fucker. I can't make sense of most of what he says. But he has the weapons and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. It's hard to tell. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Where is he?
Where can I find...
This is shady dealings, isn't it?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned an abandoned wind turbine. With luck, he'll still be out there.
Is that the wind turbine that I claimed, where we tried to kill two guys out front and they were immensely hard? Might be the same guy. It's a good job we didn't kill him.
Why even waste time thinking about it?
He's been chewing on that thing for days.
Okay, we are meeting some interesting people. Right, that looks like it's going into the castle.
They say that the pilgrim Thorold...
We've already been there. Right, so what we'll do, we'll check this area here. What's that? Flyer. Cigarettes. I'm stealing cigarette butts. How low have I stooped? Stealing cigarette butts out of the bloody bin. Oh, hello there. Propaganda. See now, they've actually got computers. Oh, they've got a chest. They're so easy, the 4-pin locks. Mechanic's cap, dried meat and metal scrap. Very nice. Posh beds as well. I like these people. They've got the technology that I'm most impressed about is they've got comfy looking Travelodge beds.
Lousy thief!
What the bro? Bro, it wasn't even forbidden. Mate, it didn't even... That definitely didn't say forbidden, did it? Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it did. Maybe I was wrong. I can see money in there. I'm a dirty thief. Money, money, money.
I'm watching you.
Who is? Is there a guy on the top bunk? Fuck him. I don't think he saw me steal. photograph.
You should think about leaving.
This guy's got X-ray vision. Yeah, I don't think it's wise to be in there. But let's go to the castle. I'll make sure I speak to everybody that I can here. And then we'll like do missions next episode.
Let me guess. I'm not allowed into the upper quarter?
What? No,
Eric.
everyone's allowed to move about freely here. I just have a question for you. You got here recently, right? I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on out there? Are the Albs attacking?
I wouldn't say they're attacking. There are raids, but there's no major assaults.
There are raids, but there have been no major assaults recently.
I'm sure that's just the calm before the storm. I just hope the dome holds. There's a lot of people depending on this dome of mine, so they pass us by like a river around a rock. Kalan gave us the knowledge, and now look what we've achieved. A safe harbor for all people. The clerics and Ignodons say we've strayed. I say we've found the true path.
You built it?
You built the dome?
I designed the plans for it, then we built it together.
What a
My name
legend.
is Eric, by the way. Chief engineer here in the dome. I'm in charge of all the generators and technicians who oversee them.
See, this is the guy we can give the Forge ID to, but I'm going to hold off, because I don't know what I'm doing with that. Can it survive an Alb attack?
Can this dome survive an Alb attack?
Of course. Why do you think we built it? As long as we can maintain a constant energy flow, then they can't get in. Unfortunately, achieving that isn't so easy. Some of the energy regulators are starting to malfunction again.
I could repair them if I had crafting 4. I haven't. I think I've only got 1 crafting.
Malfunctioning energy regulators sound dangerous.
Of course they are. Outside of frying yourself if you try to adjust them. If we were attacked right now, the whole dome would go critical.
Shit. This guy probably shouldn't be sharing information like this to like people he's just met. Just saying.
About the broken energy regulators. What will happen if they aren't repaired?
If just one regulator fails, it could mean an emergency shutdown for the dome. Otherwise, the discharge it would create could kill a whole lot of the people the shield is supposed to be protecting. But whether it's a discharge or an emergency shutdown, both scenarios would see us defenseless.
How many energy regulators are broken?
Well, all of them. I've sorted replacements where I can. But Lutz hasn't received his yet.
Ah, Lutz. Well, we've got to go and see that guy anyway, don't we?
I will help you with the energy regulators.
I'd wanted to do it myself, but do you really think you could handle it? So, let's find out who you are. You should go to Ignodon one day. You could be a good cleric. Yeah, I know I left Ignodon behind, but they could offer you better training than I could. I have the energy regulator here. Please, take it to Lutz and help him to install it. Come back to me when you're done.
Okay. I do want to go there. I want to go to and meet the clerics. Because the few clerics that we've met so far have been really friendly. I want to see what that faction's like.
Why don't the clerics have a dome like this in Ignodon?
The dome requires immense amounts of energy, and the fluctuations in it have to be constantly balanced. The technology is complex. That means there's no way to cover the Hort with a shield like this. Besides, the cliffs around Hort give it a natural protection.
Okay. Right. Done. This is some castle. It's a beast.
Am I crazy, or is our
You crazy girl?
Is it what you wanted?
Vivian.
The mechs that went into it. What is it you want?
Who are you?
You first. Come on. Who are you? There is something that is familiar about you, but I can't quite place it. No matter, I suppose. All people are welcome in Abessa, as long as they are prepared to forget their past. Even Albs are allowed in here. I think Albs would be perfect people if they weren't so emotionless. But then, that is why they are the only faction I have never belonged to.
Oh, she's belonged to every other faction. Damn, that bodysuit girl.
What do you mean? You mean you want to become an alb?
That's a long story. If you're really interested in my tale, then I will tell you, of course.
My personal quest is to discover more about Magalan and the people who live here. I would like to know more.
There. Shall I tell you then?
Yes.
Let me think about it.
Go on, tell me your story.
Tell me your story. How did you end up joining?
She looks like a follower, doesn't she?
Right. I'll give you the full version. Well, the short version of the full version.
Just get on with it.
Okay, I'll try to keep it short. So, I grew up in Goliath in Edan. My father and mother were both born berserkers, and so that meant I was too. Back then, Bajar ruled over Goliath. As a child, I had no interest in the laws, of course. But when I was about 12 years old, one of the warlords came to our home. He took my parents, and I was left on my own to survive in the city. I remember him. I remember my parents leaving. And I remember me screaming. But everything else is gone. It's just a blur.
Yeah, do you think... I wonder if her parents got exiled.
What happened to your parents?
Well, what else? They were
Yep.
exiled.
Thought so.
Nobody ever told me why they were exiled. I still don't know what they did, even today. I hate the Berserker laws. Nothing against the Berserkers. They're just people. It's the laws I hate. I think what the Berserkers want to do with Magalan is right. But I can never forgive them for what they did to my parents. Why was I punished for whatever my parents did? Why wasn't I told what had happened? I swore never to return. And I haven't set foot in Edan again.
She's just hit the nail on the head about how I feel about the Berserkers. Like, as I said at the start of the episode, I like what they're doing, but I just think they're so hung up on these pathetic laws, they're going to see themselves crushed into the dirt because they can't just get on with life.
Where did you go?
Wherever I needed to survive. That meant running from reavers and wild animals. It didn't take long for some reavers to take me captive. And then... I don't want to talk about that. I was lucky, though. After several years, the reavers were attacked by some of the Duke's outlaws, and they took me back to Tavar. I learned how to fight, how to live off scrap. Life wasn't much different from Edan, but there wasn't the same raptor shit. The laws. You could be who you were, and no one judged you.
Then why didn't you remain with the outlaws?
Because the reavers who'd taken me captive came to the fort and wanted to speak to the Duke. I think they wanted to take me back. I fled when they saw me. I didn't want to be taken back, or for them to kill me to hide their crime. When I left the fort, I ran into a cleric patrol. They convinced me to go to the Hort with them. Not that I really needed that much convincing. All those hours taking scrap apart and putting it back together in Tavar really paid off there. The clerics recognized that I was good with technology. So, I've been working on mechs and AI systems since then. Building things. Trusted. Part of a team. And it's easier being with mechs. They don't judge anyone. They treat everyone the same. Like this place. I know it's not perfect. But outlaws, berserkers, clerics, even elves are seen as people. At least that's the vision. Not always the way it happens. That's another reason to maintain these mechs. To protect what we have here. Well, I hope you find your place in the world. It's good when you do.
We got 200 experience. I hope she's a follower. I think she'd be an awesome follower because she knows everybody's laws and customs. She's been there, done that. Although that could also make her a target because she's left factions. How good is this city? Who's that?
I'm leaving.
Oh, Eric's moved there as well.
They say that
Generic mechanics. Right, let's go into this castle. Oh, it's got ground floors. Look, there's a weapon down there or something. Something big. Loads of things to pick up. I don't know how to get to the basement though. Alois.
Yes? Is there something urgent? I have a lot to do, as you can imagine. This city does not run itself. So, please excuse me if I am short with you. This city is made up of a whole mass of confusion. Everyone looking for a new start. No one able to forget their past. They need a leader to hold things together.
You're in charge here?
Well, let's say that I'm the person holding all these threads together. There's no ruler here, we all work together. Everyone here wants something. Whatever you're searching for, it will only add to the list of demands we already face. And providing for the people we already have is a logistical challenge. That means to accommodate everyone we're on strict rations, and those rations have to be earned.
I can imagine.
I want to know about how things are here.
How are things here in the Dome City?
Tense. The battles out there are always reflected in here. Tensions run high if the outlaws attack the clerics, or the clerics attack the berserkers. And there's always the fear of an alb invasion. Those tensions drive greed, anger, and fear. There is war out there, and here your shards will be stolen from your hand if you aren't careful. It's like the world has gone crazy.
Why have things become so bad?
That's a whole host of reasons. Maybe it would help you if I tell you how things are. The berserkers have lived more and more reclusively ever since the pilgrim went into his retreat. The outlaws are more organized now the Duke has taken power, and the Alb separatists seek shelter with us to escape the powers in Zakor. All told, very dark signs that we'd face another global catastrophe. And here we are, in the middle.
Are you having a lot of trouble here in the city?
Keeping the factions together is always an issue. The outlaws are always up to something, but things have gotten worse, and to cap it all, we've had a sharp rise in thefts. I believe an organized group has started operating here. Not the usual outlaws. This group seems to be outside the factions. From the little I've heard, they're more like a secret society than your regular set of theft mongers. I've offered a large bounty for any information that leads to their capture. And capture would be best. I want to find out who their connections are. If you can find out more about this secret society, I can make you rich.
I like the sound of that. I like the sound of both becoming rich and finding out a secret society.
Is there something I can help you with?
If you want to help, there is something that has to be taken care of quickly. You must have noticed that the mood is very heated here.
The mess.
One more issue, one wobble, and everything we've held together here will fall to pieces. One of my people has reported that the outlaws are expecting a weapons delivery.
So I've
The
heard.
last thing that this city needs is more weapons. And who knows who the outlaws will sell them to. I want you to intercept this delivery and bring it to me.
Ah, so that's going to be part of the quest that we got of that girl with the massive bazookas.
About the outlaws' weapons delivery. You've been using informers to try and catch them?
Of course. Information is key to keeping the peace. But there are always things you miss. And missing things leads to nasty surprises. And I'd rather be the one dealing those out than receiving them. Particularly when it comes to outlaws. Are you going to show me that you are the exception?
I will. Oh, we can betray Paige. Do you know what it is? I've already made my choice. I agree with the clerics on this matter. I'm going to do this.
I know who is trying to smuggle weapons into the Dome City.
So, you met Paige.
You already
We've
knew.
suspected her for some time now, but we've yet to catch her with any shipments of weapons. But, if my information is right, then she's found herself a new source and is trying to acquire some as we speak. If she tries to get you involved in this business, then do the only thing that is right and bring me what she wants.
Okay, I can do that.
How long have you been in charge of the Dome City?
I've been in office for 8 years now, and it hasn't been easy. Maintaining a neutral position to the factions while fighting the Albs. By Kalan, there really are more pleasant posts they could have appointed me to.
What if someone wanted to replace you?
Some have tried, yet I am still here. This city was created by the Great Council of Magalan. They made the clerics custodians of this place and their legacy. The Great Council may be long gone, but what they stood for, a unity of purpose, a future for all of Magalan together, that is something we still believe in here. So, it is our job to remain neutral. It is our job to serve all, no matter their background, however hard our residents make it for us.
It seems to be really wearing on this guy. This guy just wants peace and quiet, and he's just not getting it. Ooh, I might say that, but I think that sounds a bit harsh. I want to say it.
Listen, the council is gone. Why care about what they said?
You don't think that was a better time? Laws for prisoner exchange that assured borders, set rules for trade? Even if you don't care about the blood spilled since the council's rule was broken, the clerics swore to a code, and that includes keeping our oaths. And an oath was sworn to the council by my forefathers. That makes it my duty to see that oath is kept.
Good. We are making some awesome progress here. Now what is this? Help letter. Take that. Propaganda, I'll not steal that right. Ooh. A pipe wrench.
Just go.
Oh shit, I'm not allowed it. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Get
whoa,
the hell
whoa,
out of here.
whoa. Easy now. There is a chest in there that I want. Right, let's explore first.
Just go.
Yeah, we're not allowed in any of these places.
Better for you.
You won't find anything here. That's it. Get the hell out of here. Did you lose something?
I think I'm allowed in here. 2 out of 3. I don't have enough lockpick.
Hey, what are you doing?
The impressive defensive towers were completed in the early phases of the castle's construction, and were to play a vital part in preventing the castle from being taken.
You should heal those wounds. You are
Heralded
not
an end
permitted
to the
good.
age of
That's
castle.
the right decision.
Okay, I'm allowed here, but I'm not allowed in the quarters.
Then evolved into a stately home,
Makes sense.
luxurious and welcoming to its residents.
Was that an R2-D2?
Welcome to our audio tour. You will find audio devices located throughout this museum that will provide you with the history of this magnificent historic building. Visitors are asked to leave these audio devices where they are found, so that other visitors may enjoy them. We in the museum team thank you.
Oh, hello.
Hope you enjoy your visit today.
Scientist amulet. Give me that. Is this any good? Bookworm +1 and Crafton +2. That, oh no we couldn't. I was thinking because one of the characters we spoke to, I think was, I forgot his name now. Elric. We needed to do something for him that required 4 crafting. I know I've got 1, but this will only put me to 3. I still couldn't do it. Increases crafting skill, books give experience. Really? Right, we'll try something. At the end of the episode I'm going to try something out. Books give experience. Because I don't really read books. Might put that on and read them all. Right. Oh, is this like a munitions depot? Look, there's something up there. Can you see it? How do I get in there? Laser Blaster LSRC. I'm on that like a car bonnet. Awesome. We've finally found a gun. Fuel. We have, look here, we've actually found their weapon stash. And there's no one here to guard it. Oh shit, I just hurt myself. Money, money, money! This is awesome. I love this place. Look, is that something else over there? Oh, there's so much stuff. I think that's it. Right, let's get... Done. But wait, I want to make a hard save there. We stole so much stuff. They do have a basement, but... Ah, there's more stuff. Right, there's a guy up... What's going on here? I thought someone was shooting at us there. Right, let's check out who this guy is. Gottfried.
Just a moment, I have to concentrate. 43 degrees eastwards at a distance of 5 kilometers. Maybe I could adjust the receiver's sensitivity to... No. Although,
Should I come back later?
No. I've already lost my train of thought. I suppose I will have to just get used to continuous interruptions here. But, crap. I don't suppose you can remember what I said. How many degrees was it?
43.
43 degrees.
I'm a
eastwards.
beast.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Thank you for reminding me.
I assume you are in charge of communications?
You aren't just a good listener, you're good at observation, too. Yes, I am responsible for communications. Though the condition of this equipment is wretched. It would be easier to stay in contact with 2 tin cans and a piece of string.
That's what the berserkers use.
Keep track of how often we have power outages or equipment failures these days. But I have really given you enough of my time now. I do have to work out a solution to this issue. If you feel the need to talk to someone, go and try Vito. Innkeepers are known for their chatter.
Excellent.
The threat
Vito.
to the north, the curse of the Alps must be eliminated.
We
must all...
I've already spoken to Vito. Maybe that'll give us a quest. I'm not going to steal any of that because it's right in front of his face. I think... Oh, no. I think we might be done here unless there's anything in this rampart. Oh. What is going on in here? Is this the throne room? Looks like a teleporter, doesn't it? There's something down there. Right, let's get back on the ground. Oh, I don't even know where I am now. I need to be back in there. Well, I would take this for free. Right, let me just have a quick poke my head back in here and see if we can get to the ground floor, because there's so much stuff down there. No, I thought that would be a staircase down, but there's only a staircase up. Yeah, because look, there's something there. Can you see it? Right, I actually know what I want to do. I want this guy's locker. Right, he didn't notice me going there.
What are you doing now?
Shit. Oh, I found a way down.
That's it, get the hell out of here.
I found a way in. You just... He hasn't seen us, but I can't get around to this chest. Oh my god, I did it. Shit, no. Fuck, I think it's because I stood up. Watch out, bro. Bro. Nah. I don't think we can do this. Right, tell you what we'll do. We'll not do that. I want to call it an episode here, lads. So basically, I think we've run about the whole place. We've got everybody's quests. I'm happy about that. Next episode, we're going to start doing the quests. And I want to see if I can sneak into the basement. Because there's a load of loot down there. I bet you they've got some good shit. Okay, lads. Hope you enjoyed the episode. See you in the next one. This is the Domed City. It's going to be awesome. There's so much hostilities and secret things going on. I'm dying to solve them. See you there, lads.